Welcome on into Sports Memo Today, a Thursday edition and the last edition of the year. 2022 rolling to a close. When we talk, it'll be 2023 already the next time here on Sports Memo Today, but we have plenty to get into before we turn the calendar. It's time for a little actionable information in 30 minutes or less. You get it each and every Tuesday and Thursday right here on the Wager Talk TV and Sports Memo TV channels. I'm your host, Dan Alexander, and only one guest for the final show of the year, but don't worry, because we only have one guest, we grab one of the hottest handicappers at sportsmemo.com. We also have a special deal just for you, a 24-hour special. You see it ticking below me. We'll get into it a little bit later here on the show, because Rocky Atkinson is my guest today. We're going to talk a little two-pack of bowl action for this weekend. Who doesn't want a little actionable info for this weekend while you're sitting around waiting for, if you're in Pennsylvania, at least the pork and sauerkraut that everybody's eating on New Year's Day. So holiday edition, and let's get into it with my guy, Rocky Atkinson. You can find him sm.buzz/RA. Rock, Merry Christmas to you, man. A Happy New Year, and it's good to see you. How's it been since we had you on the show last, brother?
Hey, not too bad, Dan. I'm glad to be back here with you again. Had a pretty good Christmas, and I hope you did too.
Yeah, and it's not bad when we have a 60% NBA run going for my guy Rocky, a 60% college basketball run, 57% in NFL after he went 70% in the NFL last season. Yeah, I'm sure it was a Merry Christmas for you and your clients with the way you've been seeing it. But what we do here on Sports Memo Today, we get a little actionable information for you, a two-pack of free plays, and Rocky wants to take a look at the Gator Bowl going Friday afternoon. It's South Carolina taking on Notre Dame, and we see Notre Dame as a favorite. However, Rocky, I'm calling this one the battle of the, are these teams actually good? I mean, both of them have some decent wins, but also some notable losses as well. And this game has seen a lot of market support for the Gamecocks. It opened with Notre Dame as a 5.5-point favorite. We've seen that tick down, now sits around 3. What do you think, Rocky? Agree with that market support for the Gamecocks, or how are you going to be betting this one?
Yeah, I actually do, Dan. I'm going to take South Carolina plus the points here. I am a Gamecock fan. You know, I am from South Carolina, so I follow this team quite closely. Both teams come in with identical 8-4 straight up overall records on the season. South Carolina finished the season strong. They won 63-38 at home against Tennessee. They were 22.5-point underdogs in that game. Then they went into Clemson as 14-point underdogs, and they won that 31-30 over their arch rival, the Clemson Tigers there. Both teams were in the top 5 when South Carolina beat them. So they're really hot right now. Tyler Buckner, he started the season as a Notre Dame quarterback, but he was injured in game 2. His replacement, Drew Pine, will not play after announcing his transfer. So Buckner's going to get the start here. He went 0-2 in those first 2 games, straight up as a starter, as they lost the first 2 games of the season when he was out there. The Notre Dame star tight end Michael Mayer, along with defensive lineman Isaiah Foskey, will both skip the bowl as they have declared for the NFL draft. These 2 guys are very important to this team. They were both captains for this Notre Dame team. Spencer Rattler for the Gamecocks, very good down the stretch. South Carolina's had a couple guys in their transfer portal, running back Marshall Lloyd, and tight end Jaheim Bell. Also, offensive lineman Dylan Wanham and safety Devontae Reed are going to miss the game as they have declared for the NFL draft. South Carolina 8-1 straight up and against the spread the last 3 years against non-conference opponents, including 4-0 straight up and against the spread this year. South Carolina 5-1 against spread last 6 bowl games, and they're 7-2 against spread last 9 games when playing at a neutral site. I think Shane Beamer's got this program headed in the right direction. They're going to have a good following down here in Jacksonville this weekend. Shane Beamer's fired up. The players seem to be fired up. The fans are pumped again for the first time since the Spurrier days. I'm going to ride that end of the season momentum and take the Gamecocks plus the points in this one.
Rocky Atkinson coming with the Homer special, grabbing the 3 with the Gamecocks taking on at Notre Dame. But the handicap Homer or not, my guy, rock solid on that one. So we're looking to grab the 3 with South Carolina as they take on Notre Dame in the Gator Bowl. Before we get into this second play, Rock, I want to let people know about this deal that's been scrolling beneath you and me because I think it is an absolutely terrific one. We talked about the runs that this guy's on the gridiron, on the hardwood, a profitable handicapper that you can ride with just this moment. And I talked to head office. I said, if Rocky's coming on, upsetting his Christmas in between plans with New Year's, we better have a little special for him here. And it's a great one. You can grab a 3-day all access pass or a 7-day all access pass, and you get an extra one extended onto your offer for free. So if you pay for a 3-day pass, typically $59, the 7-day pass is $99, but buying one gets you one. It'll only last 24 hours from when this show airs, so make sure you get to it quick, because if you get the BOGO for the 3-day, it comes out to under $10 a day, exactly $9.83 for 6-day all access, or get that BOGO 7-day and you break it down at $7.07 for 14 days of Rocky's plays. You're going to get his end of the season NFL. You're going to be getting the rest of these bowl games. You're going to be getting, some of these college basketball action as well. There's no coupon code needed. All you need to do is go to sm.buzz/RA. And there you go, Rock. I did the pitch for you. All you got to do is keep picking these winners, brother. So let's get into this Iowa and Kentucky game, Music City Bowl. This one's going Saturday. And, man, maybe we should call this the barf bag special, because the total in this game is 31, Rocky. And even that might be too high. So, I mean, I'm going to need some action on this game if I'm going to sit down and watch the dreck that is going to be the Music City Bowl. It's also interesting because Kentucky was the favorite in this game. 3-point favorites, as a matter of fact. That's flipped. It's been all Hawkeyes, 2-point favorite. And like I said, I need a way to go in this one because 31 total, yikes. How are we betting this one, Rock?
Yeah, I'm going to leave the total alone, but that total 31, that's one of the lowest totals you ever see in college football. I mean, it's just absolutely crazy. But
the Army-Navy game was higher, Rocky. The Army-Navy game had a higher total, man.
And the Army-Navy game, the total, it went under how many times in a row? Like 15
like
or
17,
something?
16 straight
17, years. Yeah. So just crazy. But we got both of these teams coming in with identical 7-5 straight up overall records on the season. The way I'm looking at this game is I'm looking at this Iowa defense. I mean, they have been really good. They're allowing only 14.4 points per game overall this year. They allow only 104.2 yards per game rushing, 173.8 yards per game passing, for a total of 278.1 yards per game overall this season. Joe Labas is going to get the start for Iowa in this one. And while it appears Destin Wade's going to start for Kentucky, both starters are out for this one, as Kentucky's Will Levis has declared for the NFL draft, and backup Spencer Petras has had shoulder surgery to end his season. Also, Kentucky running back Chris Rodriguez Jr. has also decided to sit this one out as he prepares for the NFL. So I'm looking back at the strong Iowa defense against a Kentucky team missing 2 of their star offensive players. Iowa's ranked number 4 in total yards, number 9 in pass defense, number 13 in rush defense, and number 6 in points allowed in the nation this year. Iowa's 8-1 against the spread last 3 years. When the line is +3 to -3. They're 3-0-1 against spread last 4 bowl games. Kentucky 1-4 against spread last 5 games after an ATS win. Kentucky beat Iowa last year 20-17 in the Citrus Bowl. So I'm thinking Iowa will have a little revenge in mind in this one. So I'm going to recommend playing Iowa minus the small number in the Music City Bowl on Saturday.
Revenge on the mind for the Hawkeyes, it says my guy Rocky Atkinson. Told you about that buy one, get one deal. Again, that is major savings, no code needed. Don't have to reach out to customer support. Just get a great deal on a 3-day all access, turn it into a 6-day, grab a 7-day pass, turn it into a 14-day. That's the one I'm going to suggest to do, to be cashing for 2 straight weeks with my guy, Rocky Atkinson. Rock, if they head on over to your page, sm.buzz/RA, what kind of stuff do you already have loaded, and what are you excited about heading through the end of this NFL season?
Yeah, well, tonight I have a top NBA play going. 98 and 65, 60%. My last 163 NBA releases. I also have a college basketball release. I'm 60% in college basketball this year. NFL, I'm a little disappointed. My NFL is 57% this year, but last year 70% with all NFL picks. And you know, I was rolling right along, and all of a sudden I hit a 3-week span where I couldn't hit anything in the NFL there. So we lost like 3 weeks in a row. Came back with a winner last week. And so hopefully I'll find some NFL action for us as well. And don't forget NHL. I'm up in hockey as well this year. So looking forward to another winning hockey season there.
So you can get all of that ice, gridiron, hardwood with that great buy one, get one deal we have right now. Head on over to Rocky's page on sportsmemo.com. Again, no code needed. All you have to do, grab the access. It will be added within 24 hours of your purchase, and ride with one of the hottest handicappers we have at Sports Memo. One of the nicest guys, too, you'll find in the industry as well. Head on over there. And that does it for us. I told you, just one guest, bring the hottest guy on, and then we roll on out here. So I guess the next time that we're going to be talking, it'll be the new year. So huge thanks to Rocky Atkinson. Huge thanks to our producer, Eric, doing a terrific job behind the scenes. I'm Dan Alexander. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit subscribe. Have a terrific new year, and we'll see you next year